Hey guys, Tater here, and today I'm going to show you how to script a wind spell. I'm going to quickly show you how it works. I've got 3 different levels of it. So this is the weak level. Does a small tiny tornado and it knocks him back a little bit. The next level does a bigger one and it flings him a little bit up in the air and backwards. And the big one just pretty much launches him away and does massive damage. To make this script, you just need one script. I'm going to show you the weak one. The master one, it just changes the velocity higher, maybe makes the particles wider, and it'll give them more knockback and more damage. But for this, the first thing we need is we use Has History mana. I put it in a Vitals folder because that way I can throw Thirst and everything else in there. But you don't even need this line of code unless you have a mana bar, which I'll make another video about. But this checks if they have 25 mana, and if they do, it'll also check if there's a mob within 0 blocks to 10 blocks in front of them. Because intersect ray is pretty much a straight line. VREL 000 is right where you're at, and VREL 10 is 10 blocks in front of where you're looking. I did this that way if there's nothing in front of them, they don't waste the mana on casting the spell. Because when you push buttons, it still swings the item. And then it checks, and then it takes away the mana, and then it gives it a small delay to kind of help with lag. And then we use context player target, which pretty much says everything under this line will target whatever the target is from the intersect right here, and then it'll spawn a particle on the player. This one, you can kind of see the first part, and I'll open it up so you can see the rest of it. Right there after the 6.28, that's where you were able to see. And here's the second one. You can of course use your own particles, but I just kind of went with what I was able to. And then this is the knockback. It pretty much just teleports the player back to, and the -1, that kind of throws them up or keeps them at the normal spot. Because if you put it at 0, they'd bounce up by 1 block. And then I gave him a health -7 because it's a weak spell. And then I waited half a second, and then I did it again to kind of give it a multiple hit effect. And I did it again, so it's a 3-hit effect. That's pretty much all it was. And then it also checks if they don't have enough mana, then it'll tell them, hey, you need more mana. And then you just wait for to counter lag, and that's pretty much it. And if you look at the big script that I've got, the master, it's just one extra particle. It does a little bit more damage. It teleports them even higher and further back. It takes more mana, and there's a few more copies of it. That's all it is. It just hits, I think this one hits about 5 times. Okay, so that's how to make the wind spell.